Close his eyes, he'd imagine.
Aaron, tell your dad dinner's ready.
And she's so weak that...
She's not even saying anything.
Oh my God! Hey, what's going on? Syntell with the Intel, and I'm here with the beautiful Mikel-Claire.
Now I'm beautiful. You were just fussing at me.
I was just saying, I'm gonna knock you out. I'm watching way too much Euphoria. I'm out of my mind right now. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with us with season 2. We are getting ready to watch episode 3, which is coming up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, on this award legendary renowned series. Yeah, I'm done talking. Let's just go ahead and get this bad boy started. Yo, hit that thumbs up. Let's get started. You should be afraid.
Where were you?
When Cal was a senior in high school.
Awesome commentary.
I do need it a little louder on there.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Hey, I had that phone.
Who is Cal?
Put your blonde panties on.
I actually had that phone though.
I didn't want one, I don't think.
I'm gonna bite your foot.
I'm driving.
And you feet in my face?
I am driving.
No.
Must have changed.
Hidden danger.
Remember that song? She's got the look. Well, there's
What
that.
I wouldn't give to be back in high school.
Yeah.
He's thinking about what was his name? Derek.
Oh, she's got the cutest smile, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Adorable.
Mom, stop.
So, Catherine, tell me about
She's so
yourself.
bored.
She is. She looks like the girl that used to drive the car in Wreck-It Ralph.
Could feel that they were.
Yeah.
I wanted to crawl into a hole and fucking die. And so did Cal, who hadn't been able to sleep since Nate told him about that disc.
A little sacred. Look, he's just abusing that power. Look.
Close his eyes, he'd imagine.
Aaron, tell your dad dinner's ready.
And she's so weak that...
She's not even saying anything.
Oh my God!
It wasn't real.
Oh!
I've come to
Years I was thinking that
I mean, when you audition for this show, they like, let me see your dick.
Oh, I'm sure. Are you comfortable with being naked? Are you comfortable with seeing naked people? The crew and cast is naked.
I'm in high school, right?
I'm still shocked at the fact that she went straight to the Connect.
Are you?
Steve Jobs is my hero. And I was just thinking, what if there was a foolproof system to sell, without anyone snitching. So,
Yeah, that's the massage.
Xavier Professor X chair.
Yeah, the massage.
Drew, if you screw me, I'll have you kidnapped and sold to some real sick people.
That's facts, too.
I always find a way to make my money back. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I can't believe she did that.
And she's pulling it behind her bicycle.
Because she probably already took some of the products.
She's really dragging it behind on her bike. Oh my God.
I don't know the play, but I do know that song.
So first you come to my fucking job, asking all these weird-ass questions like the feds. Then I find you out front of my house. The fuck are you doing?
With the shotgun to you.
Cops.
Why the fuck would I do that?
Well, it's either call the cops, let me go, or kill me.
What the fuck, man? What's with your
Right?
family?
He's
Are
not
you all
lying.
just a bunch of fucking assholes?
I feel you.
Yes.
Son.
Yeah, well, he deserved it, man. He's a fucking bitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, tough guy.
Oh, get him, Ashtray. I caught him, Ashtray.
Why did
Ashtray.
you do
Ice
that?
Cube and Ashtray combined.
to talk shit.
I'm warning
There we
you.
go.
You hit me one more.
Oh, what?
Right?
Call the cops.
I will.
Die, old bitch.
Dang, Ashtray.
You're gonna nothing to hide. Call the fucking cops.
I love Ashtray. Just because
Damn.
he's,
Yo.
Tried to extort my son.
What?
Because
No.
of what I did to her friend.
You got it
What are you
wrong.
talking about, man?
You know, the blonde.
Who, Jewel?
Look, man, I didn't know she was 17.
Oh, he is
He
telling on
told it?
himself. Ew, the
fuck
blood
are we
sound
even
is so,
talking about
so
right now,
gross.
bro?
He should be good and concussed.
I just want the disc.
What disc?
I don't know what you're talking about,
Jewel
homie.
and I.
Yo, you
He's
recorded
telling the
that
whole
shit?
thing.
I didn't know.
Why are you confiding in a drug dealer?
What?
What kind of weird ass father son shit is going on around here, bro?
Look at his eyebrows.
Damn.
I'm extremely confused.
Look at his
You're
eyebrows.
confused. I'm fucking
extremely
confused, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck you're doing here.
Right.
About anything, I swear to God, let's just pretend like none of this ever happened.
How could you pretend that didn't
I
happen?
can't unscramble these eggs.
Right?
Yo, Ash, let me talk to you real quick.
I love that Pacino Scarface right
Yeah.
behind it. Yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
It's so dysfunctional. Everything.
Yo, keep your bitch ass son out of my fucking life. And
Yep.
rules and jewels.
Yep.
Till the end of fucking time. You understand?
I promise.
He can't because his
I
son
don't know
has
shit
control.
about
Can't
no
even
fucking disc,
control
man. It's not
yourself.
my problem.
Facts. That is not my issue.
Hey, get this motherfucker up out of here, Ash.
When Ash get about 3 more years older, he gonna be a problem.
Who run it? Who run it?
He just need to gain a little weight, get about 3 more inches of height on him.
He don't even need that, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
He's sure.
this dude, I'm telling you, he's concussed.
She's somewhere about to get hemmed up by the connect.
I cannot believe that. Yo, somebody is smashing Elliot. I don't know if it's gonna be Rule or Jules, but it might be Jules.
I think it's gonna be Jules now.
Y'all need to share a secret. That's what y'all need to do. She
Yeah.
took it to her AA meeting.
NA, yeah.
NA.
Yeah.
This is not
She
easy,
got 10 stacks
but
worth
I'm
of
very
drugs.
proud of
at the
each
meeting.
and every one of you.
Or Omar. I think that's his name, right? I keep calling him Omar.
I don't remember his name.
Interested in
With
sex.
my
That's not true.
significant other's friend.
They're in a whole different
true.
thought
You're right,
plane.
you're
though.
right, you're right.
Sexual
Okay.
person.
I mean, at times, yeah.
It's that whole
You're full of shit.
fluid
Fluid.
sliding grayscale
Yeah, I don't like it.
thing.
I don't like it.
How does that work?
What do you mean?
Yeah, we're not having this conversation.
Not all the time, but sometimes.
He's like, I smell bullshit.
Fine.
He's like, I know your number.
Fucking MoMA. But on like a more superficial note, you have great tits.
Oh,
And
no.
you
No,
and
never
Kurt
mind.
Cobain have the same haircut, which is hot.
Yeah. Jules is like, okay, I can see how Rue likes you.
She's still just I can't get over that.
The $64,000
She's
question.
really carrying it like it's baggage.
What's in the suitcase?
Yeah. Her vice.
Books.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, about how my life would be better if I stopped doing drugs or believed in God or Allah or whatever the fuck.
Okay, well, you're the one looking like a Jehovah's Witness. I just don't think that there's Bibles in that suitcase.
Ain't no Bibles in there. But it could be salvation.
For who?
Who you are, the good,
Right?
the bad,
He really
and the
told
ugly.
her. She told him that.
I'm not some parent you can just treat like shit.
Yeah, well, good
Yeah,
thing
that's
nobody's really
horrible.
looking you to be a fucking parent.
Yo.
Oh. Wow.
Excuse me?
Wow. That was horrible.
You
Ollie.
can hit me.
Ali. That's what it
Oh, yeah, I'd be finished with her. It's a wrap. Remember? Because he told her, yeah. Yeah, it's a wrap. Good luck.
But that's interesting though, because he has pushed other people to those limits. And he's still having to pay. Ali is. I mean, I think that's just gonna be a debt that he's just gonna always have to pay for the damage he's done. See you next week.
He's probably going to go see Maddie. With the flowers in the car.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
He can't, he's just, I don't understand. I don't know how to explain it. I was just gonna say, I know you're big on through lines.
Through lines, right?
What's your through line here?
I think the case is the same as the script. And that is the case full of drugs. And that is that you're giving into and going bigger. You're giving into the thing that bothers you and you're going bigger.
Okay.
And now she has $10,000 worth of this could get me killed. And it's a whole, she's ramped it up like 100K, 10K, whatever it is. And I think that's kind of going on with oh my gosh, I forgot her name.
Cassie?
Cassie.
No, Lexi.
No, not Cassie.
Lexi.
Lexi. I think that's what's going on with Lexi as well. She has just been like a voyeur of life for the most part. She's just sat and just watched everything.
That's what
move
she said.
around
Yeah.
her, right.
Yeah.
And now she's about to put everybody's business in the streets. And I think the small issues that she had before, when it was only contained within her household or whatever it is, now she's going to have to deal with it with the world knowing it when it does blow up in her face. That's what I'm assuming. Now I don't know how that through line attaches itself to Cassie, because maybe she has attached her horse or attached her wagon to the Nate crazy train, and she's all in, because we did see like in that bathroom scene in her head she was all in as she's like blowing up and everything.
She's all in.
Yeah, so maybe that's how that attaches to it. I'm not 100% in, but it feels like whatever it is that is going to dictate whatever your vice is or the thing that's bothering you, they've attached it to these things that are absolutely volatile and are going to blow up in their face in a way that they're not prepared for.
Okay.
That's a
I
lot.
don't.
I just said a whole lot,
I don't
right?
know. Yeah, and I'm trying to still grasp and process what you just said, because I'm not sure that I completely understood.
Yeah, and this is just me spitballing too. Of course.
No, I know, because it takes a minute for us to process
Yeah.
and figure out and really know and understand exactly what's happening with everybody, because there's so much happening.
So much.
Because like you mentioned, Cassie and Lexi and Nate, and we still got Fez and Cal's backstory and
well, let me ask you that you started off something really something interesting. I'll say this about the show: they have some of the more fascinating intros, and on this one we got a chance to see Cal's backstory. How did you feel about that?
Well, I thought it was interesting because for me, I was curious as to how he got to where he is now.
Okay.
What experiences led him to where he is, right? Because it's hard because I know, you say that a lot of times we'll see like the humanity in someone because of their backstory or their experiences and what's led them to where they are.
Right.
When it's a villain, I still have a very difficult time having any kind of sympathy.
Okay.
Or even empathy.
Okay.
So do I feel bad that he got his high school girlfriend pregnant and, couldn't pursue? But here's the thing.
Okay.
He's still, what we know as adults and we don't know as 17, 18-year-old kids is he could have still made different choices, right? And not be where he is today.
Yes.
Yes. So, I mean, he still could have pursued, his other relationship with Derek or, and not be where he is now, probably feeling rather stuck. And so... Yeah, but that's how I feel about that.
Well, there is no grass is greener. There's just what is. And the choice he chose as far as to be a father to his responsibilities is what it is. And then there's going to be consequences of those actions. And that's the part that he's dealing with. If he chose to go the other way, now you have to keep in mind that I'm assuming that this is like the late 80s, right? Based off of the phone, early 90s of him going through this process of him discovering himself. The world was a lot different place than it is now, especially regarding sexuality. And I am almost 100% certain that there would have been consequences for those actions as well.
Oh, of course.
And more than likely, we could assume that maybe his life would have been better because he would have been his true self, but we don't know what that cost would have been.
Oh, yeah. And I don't necessarily think it would have been better per se.
Right.
I mean, obviously there are a lot of things that come along with that. Like his dad apparently has some sort of interesting relationship with him that we're not aware of.
Right.
He doesn't seem like he would have been very accepting of this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know that there are other consequences that he would have had, but I'm just mean in terms of what's going on with the tapes and those type of, those relationships that he's having outside of his marriage, right? So it was interesting. It's fascinating. I'm glad that I know, but it's still, still interesting.
Well, he's kind of been, especially in the first season, he's kind of been a pillar of control. He controls his family completely.
Oh, Cal.
Yeah, Cal, to the point that it even damages his family. He's controlled his life in a way that he's found an amazing amount of success being a developer within this small town. And we saw how small the town was when he
they were
was
driving.
growing up, right? I thought that was an interesting take the choice that they actually did that. But now we see the exact opposite. This is a totally different Cal now than the one that we've seen in season 1. He's desperate. He's in a drug dealer's house getting pistol whipped by an 11-year-old kid.
Yeah, not pistol whipped,
Shotgun whipped. and confessing everything.
Yeah.
Everything that he's. So he's definitely, off balance, not himself anymore. Based off of my through line theory, is there anything that he's attaching himself to that's going to blow up in his face? Is it the disc?
So you're saying that it has to be something that's physical?
No, it could be an idea or a concept.
Well,
It's just putting your eggs in one basket, and it's making the situation larger than it intended. Not only is it going to make it larger because of the bag of drugs and now a public display of the play, and possibly him trying to find this disc that's out in the space in the world. When it does blow up, everybody's attaching themselves to like these big ticking time bombs.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's necessarily the disc. It may be the disc, but I do think it's that aspect of him, that part of him, that he wants to keep hidden. Right. But I'm sure he wants to let it be known as well. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's his play. Okay. Right? That's his play. That's his releasing of all of the things that are going on inside of him and his world. Okay. Just like Lexi's play.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me ask you one more question, because there was another interesting relationship that's gelling and molding into something.
Okay.
And that is the three-way love between, infatuation.
Okay.
The three-way infatuation between Elliot,
Jules and Rue. It's interesting. I keep saying interesting because I always use interesting when I'm trying to find the right word for something.
Understandable.
So that's my go-to. I feel like almost every relationship in this show is toxic in some way. And this is no different. Okay. Rue and Elliot had a relationship, that started off with the commonality of being drug users, right? Okay. Jules and Elliot, they started off with the commonality of Rue. And now they're talking about sexuality and how great one another, Right. So I just think it's another toxic situation. And I don't know how they're going to deal with it when somebody crosses the line, which is going to happen. And I just don't know which two of the three it's going to be.
Okay. Elliot is interesting. He's probably one of my new favorites. He's interesting because of his honesty. His honesty is just unexpected, and it's jarring. It was jarring for Rue. It was definitely jarring for Jules because he was asking her questions just straight up, And I think that we as the viewers kind of need that. Because there's so much that gets lost in the weeds and so much that gets lost in things that we assume. Here's a character that just flat out is just like, what is this?
Yeah.
Why is this? So I'm curious to see what they do with that for us. I think he's more of a benefit for us, the viewers, than even more so than the characters that are within this show. It's like a weird breaking of the fourth wall kind of thing.
Yeah, he is. I mean, friend-wise, as I feel like he's good for them in a way. I still think it's very toxic. He's good for them in a way because he allows them to talk about even though I don't believe in, bringing other outside people into your relationship, but he allows them to talk about their relationship in a true way that they probably don't express to each other.
Right.
And I think that's due to, probably them being in high school and still kind of trying to figure everything out and not really knowing. And we don't really know Elliot's backstory yet to know where he's coming from with all of this knowledge. Right. But I like that he's there to ask the tough questions and to kind of figure out for them, where everybody stands, which is interesting.
Okay. All right, I think that's a good place to actually kind of close this out. I got a few more questions, but we'll sit there and we'll talk about this for hours. Let us know what you think regarding the overall through line, what the central theme of this episode is, regarding some of the new characters that's been brought in as well. And also, do yourself a favor and check out Snooty Vegans.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Mikel-Claire, right here, our lovely co-host, has started her own YouTube page called Snooty Vegans.
Snooty Vegans.
Yeah.
Talking about Lock Journey, vegan lifestyle,
That part.
and life as we know it.
There you go.
So enjoy the ride. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun. We have some special, beautiful, wonderful guest appearances every now and then. So yeah, I'd love for you to subscribe, check it out. Leave any comments that you have about what you might like to see about Lock Journey, Vegan Journey, those type of things.
Yeah.
And thanks, Syntell.
Hey, yeah, it's all good. Hey, don't worry, there'll be a link in the description to catch you up just in case you were wondering. Hey, with that being said, make sure you subscribe to this channel as well if you've been enjoying this conversation. We do read as many of the comments as we possibly can. Play nice. And
No
of course,
spoilers.
No
No
spoilers,
spoilers.
please, no spoilers. And of course, give us those thumbs up. With that being said, we will catch you on the next one. Peace out.